Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. I'm going to be playing around with some more electrics on the bus today, finalising the Bluetooth system, getting it installed in the base, and a bit of a review on my new iron. After my last stream, my iron decided not to work properly. Before I go, I've got a guest with me tonight, which is Mark's Mods. So, hello, Mark.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Excellent.
Not too bad. So yeah, just going to be a case of I'll show off the iron. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll try that, see how that works, and yeah, I'll show you what I've done. I've taken some pictures because I've done some work behind the scenes. Yeah, so it shouldn't be too long to get everything sorted out.
Fantastic. Well, we haven't got much in chat, but I'll read out what we do have. We've got Yorkshire Crafter saying good evening, everyone. Good evening, darling.
Hi, Julie.
And then we've got Mary Space saying hi, everyone. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Marie.
And then lastly, we've got Warren James saying hi, all. Hi, Warren.
Hi, Warren. Hi. Yeah, he popped in earlier, actually. I was doing a Diablo stream.
Yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, no, it's been quite a quiet day, actually. I'm not sure what's going on. It's really warm. It's still a sweatbox over here. Yeah. But it's clouded over a bit.
It's been a bit on and off here. I mean, it did forecast heavy rain, but we haven't seen any heavy rain.
No.
It's been crazy. We just had another comment from Warren saying, hi again, Horlixs.
Hi. Yeah, so, right, so my Amazon delivery came. I was expecting 2 items. I'm having a bit of a mare with one. I ordered this soldering iron, but it doesn't come with any power adapters. And that's sort of the joy of it. You can use any power supply you want. It's not fussy. So I actually bought a Toshiba laptop charger because it's got the same type of connection. I've got a Toshiba laptop, but I didn't want to use that. But I knew I had another charger, brand new, and I bought it about 6-7 years ago. I went into PC World, and it was in the bargain bin for 99p. And as I had a Toshiba laptop, I thought, well, for 99p, I'll buy it. And it's been sat in a box ever since, brand new. So I found it, and it fits. So that's the item that didn't get delivered today, and apparently the order's stuck, and it's still adamant it's coming today, and there's no chance it's coming today because it's not even been dispatched. So I've tried to cancel it, and they won't do it. They're like, sorry, it's in the final stages of shipping. I said, well, it can't be because it's not coming today.
Yeah, I can relate to that. We ordered Julie something Wednesday night on Amazon Prime. It said it was 7 stops away yesterday, then it changed. It was coming before 3:45, then it changed to 4:45, then before 10. I ended up speaking to somebody live chat on customer service, and they said there's a problem with their logistics team, and it should be any day. I said, this isn't Amazon Prime, this isn't the service we're paying for here if we're not getting the things the next day like you're promising. So they promised, it'll be arriving today, still nothing.
No. Yeah, something's going on in there.
Mm.
I mean, I'm glad the iron came because this is the main thing I wanted, but it's not the point. And the other plug, the charger, it was only like something like £12, but I thought, well, I don't need it now because I found this. Because I bought this because I remember looking for this before and I couldn't find it, and I just looked over and there it was. I'm like, so yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I'll show you into the iron, I guess first.
Yeah.
Right.
Just have another good comment. Another comment saying from Dave McBill saying, "Good evening, everyone in chat. Have a great show, Alex, and good evening, Matt. Good evening, Dave Mac."
Hi, Dave. Thank you for joining. Actually, I'll tell you what I haven't done. I didn't post it to the Northern Model Builders Facebook group, so might be why there's lack of comments.
Oops. Never mind. If they subscribe to you and got the bell notification, we'll be notified that you've
Yeah,
done that.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's that time when I do my Sunday vlogs at 6. I don't really advertise it.
No. Right, so let me just change camera. Here we go. This is my iron. It's a pine sill. I've seen quite a few professional YouTubers use this. It's made by Pine 64, and it's like an open source portable soldering iron. It's nice, and it's actually a lot smaller than I thought, which is good. It's not a bad thing. And it's got removable tips. And the tip actually has the heating element in it. And these tips are really inexpensive. It's like I think they're about £10 to replace them. So you're replacing the heating element and the tip all in one. So every time you use it, you've got a new heating element, which I think is really good. It's really light, and it looks a bit like an e-cigarette, really. It's got a screen on it and your buttons, and it's got USB-C, which you can power this by. But obviously, if you use it like with a computer, you get limited power on this because it knows how much power you're getting, so it will limit like the wattage of it. So you're best to use a nice beefy power supply, which is where a Toshiba laptop charger, because it's got the right end, is perfect, because this is 19.5 volts at 90 watts. This goes up to 60 watts, so it will draw what it needs. But as you can see, you plug it in and it works. Like, it's perfect for this. You can pretty much put any power supply in you want. It takes from 12 to 21 volts, 17 to 60 watt. So, and then if you're out and about, you could plug this to, if you get the right cigarette lighter, you could plug it into your car on the move. You can do all sorts with it. I've updated the firmware on this afternoon, just so it was the latest. Obviously, there's a cross there because it's the soldering iron's not in, and it's just quick release. So all you do, I'll find a screwdriver. The contacts are on here. You literally just push it in the end and tighten this screw. There you are, you're done. And then when you need to replace this, that's just how quick it is. Wow. So now if I plug this in, it should, yeah, it recognises it, and I can push the button and it starts warming the tip up. So wow. Really lightweight. I really like it. The only thing that's dragging it down a bit is the cable, because it's quite heavy. The cable's heavier than the actual unit. But yeah, it's
that's awesome.
I think we'll put it down to about 370, and let's hopefully, yeah, there you go. Melts the solder tonight.
That's heated up so quickly.
Yeah, that was one of the joys of it. And then if you're soldering, say, if you're doing it on a professional level, if you're on a circuit board and there's a massive ground plane, it will suck a lot of heat out of the end of the iron. So if you hold the plus down, it goes into boost mode, and just momentarily it will max the temperature out until you let go of the button. So instead of messing around with the temperatures, you can just hold that button down, do what you need to do, and then let go, and then it returns to what you want to do. So, wow. And this is really inexpensive, actually. That's going to be warm, so I'll just leave that in there. It was about 50 quid. So it's not bad at all. It's based on the T100 soldering iron, which was the original one I was going to go for. But they do like a T80 and a T100, and I can't remember the differences now. I think one was the wattage and how you can connect it up. But this is the best of all of them. So
I dread to think if they got to a T800 because that's the Terminator.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that's the iron. So we'll be using that in a moment.
Fantastic. A bit more chat to come in. So we've got DS Models of Vintage saying, hi everyone. Sorry I cannot be with you all tonight. I'm looking after Chris at the minute as she's quite poorly today. Hope you have a brilliant show. I'll catch up later. Get well soon, Christine. And yeah, you're doing the right thing, Dave.
Yeah, hopefully it's going on too long now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is going on a lot now. And yeah. The next comment is Dave Mac Build saying, good evening to Dave, sir. And Dave Mac says, evening at York's Crafter, Mario Gusby and Warren James. Warren James says, evening Dave Mac Builds. And Dave Mac Build says, get well soon, Christine.
Yeah. Right, so I will show you what I've... Right, let me show my pictures first. So bus, I have made some amendments. Those of you who remember my last show, I was coding the Bluetooth module in with help with Marvel Pix. And if I can open these up. The problem I'm having is, as you may remember, when I turned the bus on, the chip, the processor chip on my board I've made defaults to closed when there's no power in the Arduino. So when I turn the bus on, the Arduino wouldn't power up quick enough before the bus. So then the bus would do random things like the destination blind would come on, or the interior would come on, or the cab light would come on before anything's booted up. And it, although it's not a problem, it was just a bit annoying. When you turn it on, I want everything to be off until I turn it on. So in order to fix that, I've had to get a 5-volt relay, delay relay. And that arrived. I was going to do it on Wednesday show, and it hadn't arrived. So it came on the Thursday. So I did it Thursday, and I've installed it. I was going to wait till tonight, but you know what I'm like, just wanted to get on with it. And I knew it'd be quite a headache to fit because I would have had to have undone a lot of stuff. So I've got some pictures of what I've done. So this was me initially testing it on the bench. And I'm not an expert in electrics. I know a lot of people think I am. I make mistakes as well. And all we've got going on here is 5-volt input. So you've got VCC and ground. I thought, which I don't think is the stupidest thing to think, you feed it the 5 volts. You've got a little trim pot here which you can twist, which activates the delay. And then depending on that, the red light comes on. There's a green light that comes on. When the green light goes out, it activates the relay, which then should activate the power going through. My issue was, as you can see, I wasn't getting any voltage out the other end of this. And I just couldn't work out why. I was like, well, there's voltage here. The timer light goes out. That goes on to say there's power, but I was getting nothing out the other end. So yeah, it took me about half hour to suss out. And then when I realised, I felt an idiot. So what I actually had to do is, this is the system here. I had to get the 5-volt supply from this connector here, and with a jumper wire, run it into the common of the relay, because the middle is a common, and then that's the switched relay. So if the unit's off, it puts 5 volts out of this pin all the time. If you only want it to come on when the timer's done, then you put it in this pin. So that bridges the connection through the relay. So what I've done here is I had to take the power mod back out, which was harder said than done, because as you've seen before, this was all installed. Wires were all nice and tight underneath and all neat. Of course, when I went to pull this out, I didn't have enough slack on these cables to pull this out. So I had to undo a load of wiring under the bus just to get this out. What I've done is I then used a JST micro female connector, which I screwed into these terminals, which will be the input, which will be from the power mod. That gives this unit power when everything's switched on. Then the common from that positive goes down to common on the relay. And then what you see here is the replacement JST male connector from ground up here to obviously the switch live. So that connector replaces this one, which goes in the circuit board just there to power the bus up. So what happens is when we introduce power to this, the power comes through the power mod into this relay. I've set the pot to a delay of about 10 seconds, if that. Then it will click, and then it will then give the power to the bus. So that gives me my delay, which gives the Arduino chance to boot up fully before the bus turns on, thus fixing my issue. So that is how I did it. There it is, another view on top. This little jumper up here, if you remove that, turns it into minutes rather than seconds. So you've got a lot of flexibility with how you want to do the boards. So I think you can go up to like 10 minutes or something, but obviously that's too much. And I'm not sure what these jumpers do here, to be honest, but I've left them as they were. And then I managed to fit that relay under the stairs in the bus, as you can see. So it's tucked up there. It's getting a little bit messy in here because the more I'm modding and adding things, there's more wiring going on. So, and at this point, I really don't care. As long as it fits, I'm at that attitude now where I don't care.
That's a massive sacrifice coming from you.
I know. So, yeah, that is. Oh, what was it? Yeah, that's where I'm at. So luckily the relay fit under the stairs. So that all got pushed in and wired in, as you can see. And then I refitted the power mod. Obviously you can see the wires I had to break off from under there. But that's all refitted. And then I tidied up the wires again underneath, back to how they originally were. So I'm happy with them. And then at the same time, I added these two connectors, which if you played with Arduino, you'll recognize them. They're just pins, and they go directly into the input of the adapter. So what we've got here, as soon as I connect power to this, this will power the Arduino. There's no relay there, so the power will go straight to Arduino. The rest of the power will run through into the power mod, and then obviously you've got the delay built into the bus now, so that will come on 10 seconds after anything connected to this. So that is where I'm at. So that is how the bus is now. It's just got those wires hanging out the bottom. So today we're going to fit the right, come back here. I think that's the last picture. Yeah, that was it. So yeah, today we're just going to fit this. And as you saw from Wednesday's show, because my soldering iron decided to play about, I could only get one lot of wires on, and that took nearly an hour. And that goes to female. Oh God, what's going on here? Goes to female ends. So as you can imagine, they will connect to the male pins on the bottom of the bus. I hope that makes sense.
Yep.
So,
okay, there's not been much chatting, but we've got Yorkshire Crafter saying evening at Dave Matt Builds, and also Yorkshire Crafter says evening at DS Models and Vintage, sending get wells to Chris.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's going on, isn't it? Hopefully, very soon. Okay, so let's go down. I'm going to show you what I've done to the base. So I've done this off stream because of the noise. Obviously, I've already got my connector there for the switches on the front, which you've seen me do. It's on another video. Obviously, I've spurred off for the Arduino kit as well. And what I've done is I've drilled a little hole, you can just about see there, which is where the power leads are going to come from the Arduino here. So the first thing I need to do is run this up through the base, and they'll just sit proud. They'll just sit out like that. So when I put the bus on, I can make a connection. It's just so I can separate the bus from the base if I ever need to. So what do I need to do first? So the first thing I really ought to do is prepare this now and solder. I need to solder these wires to the relevant places on my Arduino board to make them permanent. We'll then tidy up some wires and I will run the cable through last. So I actually do need to refer back to my wiring diagram because I've forgotten where they go. Don't know.
It honestly looks like Doc Brown's drawing of the flux capacitor in Back to the Future.
Yeah. Oh, this was oh, hang on, where we are. 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, and 3. That's fine. I know where we're going. So I want switch 1 first. I'm going to have to cut the ends off, which is a bit of a waste, but these connectors aren't that expensive, to be honest.
Few pound, aren't they?
Yeah, I bought a nice set of them, and I've still got quite a few left, actually. I'm going to use this absolutely fantastic wire stripper, which is my new favourite electrical toy. Love it. So easy. Well, I might as well strip and prepare all of these while we're here. Now, obviously, this does make it a little bit more permanent. Now, it's not to say that I can't program this Arduino again, because I can bring the base over to the computer if I want to make adjustments to it. So it's not the end of the world in that front. But I won't need to make any adjustments. I mean, the only problem I may have is if something happens to the Arduino and I need to replace it. But I'm not sure. I've not heard of one failing, so it's not like we're going to be writing code to it. I would expect my normal Arduino to die before this one, just because of the amount of writes of code we send to it. Because there is a time it gives up after so many writes. Right, last one. I'm quite nervous, actually, to use this new soldering iron. Hope it works all right. I mean, all the videos I've seen on it, 'cause I've done some research, looks brilliant. So, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, we've got 1, 2, and 3. They need to be soldered to the various points on this processor chip. So let's do that. So let's heat the iron up. Leave that there for a moment to warm. Well, it's probably it's a temp now anyway. So let me start with 2. Doesn't matter which, because this is just a momentary type switch. It doesn't matter what holes they go in. Can't actually see what I'm doing, so let's get a bit of light on the situation. So, where is my... Ah, there it is. Electrical tape.
Oh, don't tell me you nearly lost where your electrical tape is.
Nearly.
Oh.
I just need a bit to hold that wire in place just while I solder that in. Just makes things a bit easier. So let's try this iron out. It also goes to sleep as well. Like if it's left, it's got like a what do you call it? A gyro thing in it.
Yeah.
So when it's not being moved, it shuts itself off.
Like a tilt switch.
Yeah. So if you drop it and it stays there, it'll turn itself off. Right, let's see how this works. Oh, wow. First time, look at that. Lovely. Love it. Better than on Wednesday. God, that I don't know what's wrong with the other one. It was red hot, but it just wasn't enough to melt.
Yeah. Just had a bit of chat come in. We've got D Harris. Good evening, Alex. Sorry, I'm late. Evening, D.
Hi, D. No worries. It's fine. Absolutely fine. I'm just using my new soldering iron, D. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Done. That's one done. Then one.
I've got D saying, good evening, Mark. Good evening, D. It's just me and Horlicks tonight.
Oh, also, when you turn it around, changes the display.
Ah.
So yeah, if you're after a soldering iron, I'm actually really recommending this. Obviously, I will check for shorts and that before we plug any of this in. So that's those two. Last of all is number 3, and that goes into these two down here, which is a bit more difficult.
We've got D Harris saying evening at Dave Matt Builds and Yorkshire Crafter. And Dave Matt Builds says good evening, D.
Oh, there they are. I love this iron. I actually love this. Is probably my best purchase this year. We're done with the iron.
You'll be looking around for things to solder next.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm like. I might just solder the rest of the pads on here for something to do. Because I've cut a lot of these pins from the Arduino. I've not bothered soldering because I didn't need them. So I could solder all them in as well if I wanted to, but they're just pins that are needed. It's probably not much point. So now we're going to run some tests. Actually, I don't.
We've got Yorkshire Crafter saying evening at D Harris.
Actually, I'm not going to be able to do that because it's. What do I need to do? I think I need to power this up to test this. No, I'm just going to run with that. It looks okay. I'm just going to trim those. No, I'm going to just run with that. Everything looks okay. And it's not going to do anything apart from turn things on that it shouldn't. Right. That being done, I'm going to move over to this top corner up here. And I'm going to fit these through. And I've done the hole small enough. I'm going to have to get one through and then the other. Like so. And then this comes the fun bit of cable management.
Are you going to hot glue the board in?
Yes. Just going to wait for that to warm up. I'm thinking what I'm going to do with the receiver is actually glue it. I'm going to take that out of there, put it under there.
Tell you what, with 3D printing, I found out that hot glue is your friend on that one.
Yeah. I've sort of made some markings on here, as you can see. I was going to put it along, but I wanted this to go on the edge of the base just so it would be closer to, a phone. So then I'm just going to hot glue that about there.
Yeah.
So it gives these wires enough stretch without getting caught, and I'll put some glue on there. And then that will glue in there all nicely. And then this wire is a little bit too long. I was a bit overkill with it, but I'd rather be overkill than not. And I do actually have a cable tie, so I will cable tie that.
Cable tie it down to that other wire.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll probably do. I haven't got room to fit it under these brackets, unfortunately, but right, is this warm enough? No. Actually, I'm wondering if I've got some more of those connectors you gave me. You gave me quite a few, didn't you?
Yeah, didn't I give you a strip of them?
Yeah. Where would they be?
They were for the R2D2.
They might be actually in here. No, the switches. Where did I put those? Somewhere safe. Normally do, and then I can't find them. That is my issue. Ah, is that it? Is this the little bag of tricks?
Yeah, that's my handwriting.
Yeah, there we go.
Yay.
I've still got that camera to play with as well. I'm gonna put that on my Raspberry Pi if it works. I'm not sure if it will because it's not specifically the right camera, but okay, so I'm going to put one of these cable grips up here. If the hot glue is now hot, yeah. It's a shame, really, that it's not. Well, it might fit actually under the. Might just do that.
Yeah, why not?
Not sure if the glue was set any time this evening because it's so warm in here. Yeah, so it's the only problem with hot glue, isn't it? Making it set.
Yeah. Oh, just while you're doing that, we've had a few more comments come in.
Okay.
We've got Gillian Mills saying, evening, sorry I am late.
Hi, Gillian.
Hi, Gillian. You're fine, honestly. D. Harris saying, evening at Gillian Mill. Dave Matt Bills says, evening at Gillian Mill. Gillian Mill says, evening, D. Harris. And Gillian Mill says, evening, Dave Mac Bills.
Right, let me glue my Bluetooth module on. That can go there. I'm going to need a new glue stick because that's not pulling that through.
Do you always take the really thick, long ones?
Yeah, that's it. I had one last time, didn't I?
Yeah.
And it kept coming out because it wasn't quite there. But now it's.
Yeah.
Right, now I'm going to hot glue the board down. That hurt. That was warm.
Careful. We don't need health and safety on YouTube.
That was really warm. I don't know if that skin flared up or burned now.
I think that could be burnt.
Okay. Don't do that. Right. Where's my other connectors gone? I've just had them. Oh, they're there. I didn't expect it to be that hot, to be honest, that quick.
Because I used to be in Scouts, and I used to make Turk's head waggles, which is basically a pattern in rope. And I used to have to glue the ends with hot glue just to seal the rope and everything.
Yeah.
And basically, I could at that point get the glue on the Turk's head woggle, lick my little finger, compress the glue, it wouldn't burn me, and it'd dry.
Oh.
And Julie can vouch for that because she saw me there once, some nights making 30 to 40 of them.
There we go, that's that in. It's just to stop it all falling out when it's upside down, really.
Yeah.
That's good, that's good. So now I've just got to secure that. I'm going to use a cable tie. That is sore, that finger.
It will be.
I've never burnt myself like that on an iron, on a hot glue gun before. I know it gets warm, but...
Try burning yourself on a soldering iron by picking it up at the hot end.
Oh, God, don't.
I did it, and I'm like, what smells so good? Oh, me. Ouch.
Right, I think... Just want to secure that down, I think, without burning myself.
Oh, we've got Blue Harvest Toys in. Hello there.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Right, that is all in. That's in. That's drying. That's in. We'll give that a few minutes to dry. Now, what I could do is 3D print some sort of cover I can put over the top, maybe. Something for later on, but nothing's going to fall down.
Oh gosh, they're all coming in now. We've got D Harris saying evening to Mark. Blue Harris Toys, sorry, waving at D, saying hello. Got Dave Mark Bill saying evening, Mark. We've got Ian Campbell saying hello all. Hello, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
And then we've got D Harris saying evening, Mr. C. And then we've got Mark saying Dave. No, there's no Dave tonight. I'm to look after Christine. And then we've got Dave Matt Bill says, evening at Ian Campbell. And then we've got Ian Campbell saying, hey, D-Bud. And then we've got Ian Campbell saying hi to Dave Mack. All just came in that 1 second.
Mind you, it's nearly 8 o'clock. Maybe they thought I was going on at 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm happy with that. That's just setting. That's secure. That's secure. Just filled the hole up with a bit of glue. I've got an injury to my finger. That's really going up.
Is it blistering?
Yeah.
Oops.
That is really hot. That's hotter than normal. I'm wondering if the elements go in, the thermostat.
If it was hotter than normal, you would find a lot of glue would be coming out the end of it.
No, I suppose. Yeah. Well, that can go over there out of harm's way. Cool. Right. Right now the bin. I think we're ready for the final put together. And that'll be it for the bust.
Excellent.
Which would be nice because it's annoying having it just sat on the table all the time.
Yeah.
So from the other side, we've got our connections now. So they'll plug into the bus along with that. And everything is now hidden. So let me bring the bus over.
Okay, why are you doing that? Ian Campbell says, I did think it would be 8 p.m. Thought I was joining early, LOL.
We are on. So now it's just a case of, I'm gonna actually, I might have to. No, this needs to come back off. The wires from under the bus are too long. So I'm going to get the essential part of our upgrade cushion.
Could you maybe at some point get another one of them connectors with more pins on it?
I could do, but it would be a lot of work, I think. I mean, it was bad enough. I know I've got a new soldering iron, but I don't think I can. I don't think that'd be a good idea. What I'm just going to do is wrap it around that braid.
And then maybe put a cable tie on it.
Yeah. I need to get some new cable ties because I've only got really big ones.
Or some electrical tape.
I think I've got a cable tie. Yeah, I've got a smaller one. Maybe I use a couple of them. I'll put one up this end.
Ian says, love how you've modded this, Alex.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I have enjoyed it. I don't know if you caught me other stream. I think you were away, Ian. I have sort of put the selling these on the back burner because I'm getting really frustrated with fritzing. I can't seem to clear errors on my circuit board. I've got it down to 2, and no one seems to be helping. I've been in the forums. I've been on just nothing. And also, to try and make this 100% ready, easy install is not. It's just not easy. So that goes in that way. I mean, the only other option that Dave helped me with was this screw here is not really needed, so you could undo that and drill a big 12mm hole through there, and then that would go straight underneath the stairs to put wires. So could maybe mount a box on the bottom here, and then the wires come out and into that screw hole. But it means drilling a big hole, and whether people want to do that, I want to avoid that if I can.
Ian says, okay, Alex, I'll check it out, mate. See if I can help in any way.
Okay, yeah. So I don't think there's much on there. I just mentioned that it was such a hard thing to do. I want it to be 100% plug and play, ready to go, and there's so much messing around to be doing. I'm sort of losing faith in myself. I know I can do it, but this is my model, and I've chopped and changed things about. I don't want it to be so much of a faff for anyone when they want to install, Right, I'm going to put this back on the base. Move this.
I think I know how you're feeling about it, Horlixs. You don't want to do something that could cause other people's buses to break.
Yeah, I don't want people to be drilling holes with it and stuff, and it's a lot of money to. I've got dust on it. It's a lot of money to be starting to drill holes in just for that, and not only that, it's the app. Now the app works for me, but it's not really a final version of an app, and it's not quite what I want. So there's just all sorts of reasons, really. Right, now we can make our connections under here. So red to red, black to black. And the joy of this is it's all at the back, so you're not going to see it. Tighten that down. There you go. So it's a fairly neat install. Turn this back round. I guess we'll see if it all works. Which I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
So I'm going to plug it in. I was saying earlier, Ian, I've added the relay in the back of the bus, which is good. This is the adapter, so I'm going to plug them in. And we shouldn't have anything lighting up. If I can find the jack. Where did I put it? Yeah, so the lights work on the buttons. So when you unplug it, you'll notice I'll start pushing these lights, and they won't do anything to start with. So power on, see nothing. Relay just clicked, and now the lights come on. So that is enough time for that Pi underneath to be working. So if I get on my phone, let's prove
Arduino.
Arduino, yeah. What did it say? Pi.
You said Pi.
I've got Pi on the brain. So I'm going to open the app. See what I mean? I mean, the app is a little bit hit and miss. It's not a specific app. So it should come up Routemaster, which it has. Routemaster, connect. All on off.
Wow. Yeah. Brilliant.
All off. Destination blinds on. Exterior, interior lights and exterior, and probably won't see it, but cab light.
Oh yeah, you can just.
So my soldering was a success. No shorts. This is now a permanent model with no wires anywhere. And obviously, as well as Bluetooth, I can still use on the base. As you can see, this is still connected. And I can also still use inside the bus as well. So,
well done, Horlixs.
Yay, it's done, it's finished. I don't want any more ideas.
No, I won't set you any more challenges.
No, it took long enough, but
wow.
But yeah, no, I'm really happy with that. This all still works. It's all permanently soldered now, so this is ready to go. Yeah.
Okay, well, Ian Campbell says perfect. D. Harris says excellent job. Dave McBuild says great work, Alex. And Ian Campbell says, shame I don't do app programming anymore, Alex, as I could have done an app to download from the Google App Store for you.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I did have a go actually at doing an app myself. But it was one of these free ones online, and I don't know how good they are. It was a bit like, you had like a template, and I started editing. But then it got to the point of adding Bluetooth functionality, and that was it. Got lost. Couldn't work it out.
Ian Campbell says, how about some motor treads to allow the wheels to spin?
You joke about that, but actually I have already suggested it. I said that the other day in the chat, didn't I? And I was like, yeah, they're not the greatest wheels, so...
No, because you keep on having to go in there and tighten up screws.
Yeah, see, the wheels are a little bit loose, like, as it is. Well, I mean, that's on the steering anyway, but there's a tiny bit of play in them anyway. But, yeah.
I think the screws, which is only one screw that we used to put on the wheels on, was not long enough, and I just don't think it's strong enough.
No.
Not for the weight of this bus.
So yeah, that's it really. So I guess let me just turn your camera around. Let's put it up on the shelf, and that is where it will stay for now, because it will be going somewhere with me in July. Oh, it's just nice to have this all in one unit now with no circuit boards hanging out of it.
Yeah. Ian says, you've done as much as you can without over the top. Looks and operates really well, Alex.
And then I'm going to finish it off with the blueprint. If I can lift this up, easier said than done. That can just sit on the end.
D. Harris says, I'm just waiting on the Spitfire wings to flick out the side, LOL.
Relay clicked. And there's no lights on the bus. Perfect. So just for the last of it, we're just going to connect to it one more time. Routemaster. And switch. Oh, it's crashed. See, the app's really finicky. Sometimes it freezes. Routemaster. Connect.
My light's connecting. Ian Campbell says, PMSLD. Oh, we've got Todd Marvel Picks. Hello all. Hi, Todd.
Hi,
Todd. Todd says, let's see it go. Ian says, hi, Todd. D says, evening, Todd, at Marvel Picks. And Marvel Picks says, hello, Ian and D.
So yeah, we've just done it. I've done the permanent install. Just connected the app. Nothing's lit on the bus. All on. No, the app's crashed again. See what I mean? It's just a little bit finicky, the app, which is another reason. It does work. But the app's not playing ball. I haven't plugged it in, all right. Did I plug it in?
Ian
Don't
says,
do this to me.
you missed D's comment, RE link to Spitfire. I definitely read it out. And Todd says, it is the app crashing, question mark.
Yeah. You connect to it and then it pings and then it just doesn't. Routemaster connect. Yeah, then it just cuts off.
Oh.
Why is it suddenly doing this now? Just as I was going to show you the showcase. Come on. Yeah, so it finds it. It's at the bottom of the list. Routemaster. Click on it. Oh, it's gone. Oh, there. And it connects. Oh, it might work this time. No. No, the app's not working. Yeah, the bus is working, so it's.
D says, stand beside the bus and try. Dano's Universe says, hello everyone, finished work just now, just waiting for my bus. David Bassett says, good evening, Horlicks. And Dee says, evening, Dano. And so, evening, Dano, and good evening, David Bassett. D. Harris says, evening, David Bassett. Oh my word, it's jumping. Okay, hang on. Ian Campbell says, hi, Dano. And Todd says, you could download a BT terminal and send the commands via text to make sure your Arduino stroke BT is working. And maybe it's just the BT Bluetooth app. And Ian Campbell says, hi to David Bassett. And Dave McBill says, evening at David Bassett.
Yeah, it does work. It's just the app, so it should work now.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
It just that's another reason I can't really make this a final product because it's too finicky. So it's something that I'm going to need my own app. And as Todd said, Androids are really great to work with because you can do so much with them. But most people have got iPhones, I think, and it needs to be working on an iPhone.
Jay's channel says, don't you love technical hitches?
Yeah.
Daniel's Universe says, hi, Ian. And then David Bassett says, evening to Daniel's University, Harris, Ian Campbell, and Dave McBills. Oh, got another one. David Bassett says, evening, Jason, and Jay's channel. And Daniel's Universe says, hello, David Bassett. Well, it's all working.
Yes, so we're all working now. So that's off and on the app. So yeah, that's it. That's the Routemaster mod done. I've got it to a stage where I wanted it, so that there's no circuit boards hanging out anymore. So yeah, really happy with that. And then yeah, it's just a finicky app. But at the end of the day, the app side of it is not that much. The hardware is done, so it's just going to be a case of downloading different apps for the phone and experimenting. I won't need to strip the bus down or anything like that. So
okay, so we've got D. Harris saying evening at Jay's channel. Todd says, when I added Wi-Fi to the Enterprise D, I connect it to Bylink, which has a mobile dashboard that works on both Android and iOS.
right. That's gone over my head. You know me, Todd. I'm okay at basics, but yeah, now you could be talking alien. I don't. But yeah, whatever you think's best to get this. I mean, ideally, yeah, I just want an app that. I want a colourful app that's like red with Routemaster on it and a picture of a Routemaster. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't even have to do that, but an app that you can open and it's there ready to go. Not because the only thing with this is you connect to the Bluetooth, but then you have to go manually into the manual controls bit to then use it.
Yeah.
And as I say, it's hit and miss. So
okay,
we'll have a meeting though.
Yeah. David Bassett says evening at Mark's Mods. Evening, David. Jay Channel says everything. All hope everyone is okay and well. Notifications. Right. David Bassett says evening at Yorkshire Crafter. Todd says, I wish the MIT guys would get their app inventor working on iOS.
Yeah.
And then David Bassett says, sending get well misses to Crafter Chris. Wishes that it messages. Yeah, get it right, Matt. And Malpick says, that's what I use to make my Lacars app. Oh. Oh, I think that was it works. We know it works. Yes, it's a little bit glitchy, but you know.
I've just reset my Bluetooth on my phone. I've just disconnected it. So let's just see if it connects first time again. Routemaster. On. Maybe I just had to reset my Bluetooth because now it's working.
Mm.
So now I can just like, yeah.
D says, hang on, not that one. Where is it? D says, it just keeps moving. You should still be happy with the outcome, Alex. Excellent job.
Yeah, I am.
Yorkshire Crafter says, evening at David Bassett. Ian Campbell says, agree, D. And Todd says, yeah, I agree. You went from zero knowledge to now troubleshooting it yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, do you know what? I am totally happy with how that's come out based on what I had and the awful circuit board that actually comes with it. I am really happy with it. It's just the app side, which is not a problem. It's not going to change the hardware. So the only worst case scenario, I might have to bring the base over to the PC and link up the Arduino to change some of the code for the commands. Worst case scenario, but again, that isn't too much of a bother.
No. D says, thanks, Ian. And Todd says, does it make you want to add Bluetooth to other models now?
No, if I'm honest. Do you know what? If there was a proper app and I got into the app making side of it, probably. But the other models have got their specific remote controls. You know, the Spitfire's got a remote. Yes, I've had to amend it, put a switch in the side, which I'd like to add. Still works. It's still got original batteries in it. The Spitfire's got its own remote control. This Routemaster just didn't have one. So, you know, to get it this far.
I think the thing with the Routemaster was, it was really hard to access the buttons in the cab in order to show what the bus actually does within the lights and sounds and stuff. And so what you've done is just eliminated pressing the buttons in the cab.
Yeah. You know, and I still, well, I'm not actually, I'll take that back, but I've got another, I do have access to another button, so I could put engine sounds on the app and then it'll start playing engine sounds, but it's just, yeah, I'm not going to go down that route now. It's too far done. But it is doable, and you know, that's what I was planning to do. If I was to do a final release, I was going to make use of that chip and have 4 functions, so people could then choose what they wanted to do. But
I think you've taken it as far as it'll go, realistically. And I think, you know, yeah, you want to have it on display with the lights on and everything else like that. And I think that's the main thing. You know, you don't want, you know, bloody engine sounds and stuff like that going off. And I mean, the engine sound on the Routemaster isn't that great anyway.
No, it's not.
So, you know, you achieved what you set out to achieve.
Yeah.
Which is the main thing. Hopefully down the line, Bluetooth apps might become a lot simpler to do, and then you might be able to create another app for it.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm really missing, a specific app for us to send the codes that need to be sent. And to be honest, to an expert, it's probably the easiest thing to do in the world. They'll probably go, yeah, just do this, and this. There you go. But to me, it's like, whoa, I don't know where I'm going with this. So I think that's all it's missing. So if there's any app developers anywhere.
There you go.
But obviously, yeah, I could probably hire someone to do it, but I reckon it'd be a lot of money.
Yeah.
But going back to, just in case anyone came in late, I have obviously after my soldering iron incident the other day and it not working, just one more time, I've got a new soldering iron, which I love. This is a pine seal. Works off a laptop charger. And I've just done some soldering with it and I love it. So yeah, it's got quick release tips. So you just give that a couple of turns. Don't want to burn myself.
Not again.
A couple of turns, you can change the element. New one on. Done. Ready to solder. So yeah, my other one broke on stream Wednesday. Like, it was getting red hot, but it seemed to be, it just wouldn't melt any solder. It was ridiculous. Not on the tip anyway. It would melt it up the top here, like on my iron, but not down the bottom where it needs the heat. So I treated myself to this pine seal, and I absolutely love it. And it's really lightweight, and yeah, I can just chuck it now in my screwdriver drawer, and then it's easy access instead of getting that massive, great big box out. So anyway, I've gone on enough. I think that'll do. So that is all done. I think that's it. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done.
Okay, so tomorrow I believe Dave's going live at 8 p.m, but that all depends on how Christine is.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that, because we just don't know how Christine's going to be tomorrow, whether she's going to be feeling better or she's going to be feeling like she is today. So just keep your eye out on that and see what happens. Sunday, I believe there isn't anything currently on the schedule as far as I'm aware. Monday is Disney Doll's House at 7 p.m. With Crafty Chris in Yorkshire Crafter, and then after that at 8 p.m. is Georgia Dave and Dano doing the Titanic build. And then Tuesday, I'll go as far as Tuesday. Tuesday, I believe, is Crafty Chris doing the Eddie Stobart at 7 p.m. And then there might be something after with Dano. But keep an eye out. So yeah, a bit more chats come in. DS Model Vintage, hi everyone, thank you for the well wishes for Christine. I decided not to do a stream this weekend as I am going to devote the time to looking after her this weekend. Right, that's just confirmed it. Thank you, Dave. Like I said, we knew if Christine's not very well, then you wouldn't be streaming. Ian Cameron says, hey, DS Models and Vintage, hope you're well. Todd says, you take care of her, Dave. Yes, I agree. D says, night, Alex and Mark. Alex, again, excellent job with the bus.
Okay.
And Ian says, oh, sorry to hear, DS Models and Vintage. Hope all is better soon. So we get a weekend off.
Yeah, I might do a stream tomorrow. Then
Right.
if it's definitely nothing, then I might do some more Diablo or something. I enjoyed that because I've got to do some more of that. So yeah, if you're into gaming, I might do a Diablo stream. But if gaming's not your thing, obviously, don't feel you have to be there. So I might do it tomorrow daytime. See what happens. I might do one tomorrow daytime and tomorrow evening.
Yeah.
Might do some trucking and some Diablo. We'll see.
Just a couple of minutes more. D. Harris says, DS Model Vintage, best wishes to Chris. And then Ian Campbell says, great job, guys. See you very soon. And Todd's come in, said, maybe we can convoy tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, so I could do like a Diablo in the day and then wait till, because obviously the evening is when you'll be available, obviously. So yeah, we're cahoot. Maybe you'll see me and Todd causing some mayhem on Truxin. Yeah, that'll be good fun. We'll have a message about it tomorrow. Okay, lovely. Thanks for that. Thanks for your help, Mark. I'm really pleased that is already done now. That's ready to show off. So yeah, as some of you are aware, you know, I'm not going to say where, but some of us are having a meet next month. So all being well. So those that are following this, and if you are going, you'll see that bus in person, hopefully, because I'm planning to bring it with me to display. So yeah, right, that's it for me. So I'll hand you over to Mark, say his goodbyes and that, and then we'll end the stream.
Okay, so I'll just catch up with the chat before we go. D. Harry says, at Dave Matt Bills, at Ian Campbell, at Yorkshire Craft, at Marvin, good night all. D. Harry says, yeah, a bit of trucking. Ian says, good night all. Tom says, good evening all, nice little stream. And Yorkshire Craft says, good night at D. Harris. So yeah, I really enjoyed myself tonight. And yeah, it's a goodbye from me until next time, and see you on the next one.
Lovely, yeah. And yeah, it's good night from me. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. That would be really good. And I will see you probably tomorrow for a bit of gaming. But until then, have a nice evening and see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Wrong one. Sorry, that was the Spitfire. Where's my outro gone? Here it is. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?